around the city with a couple there in me, puffing on a Cuban plotting which was I should moving. Shawty got a body round around with a mommy, yeah, with a mommy. Riding around the city with a couple there in me, puffing on a Cuban plotting which was I should moving. Shawty got a body round around with a mommy.
Aye. It's your guy DONiLA. I'm the host of the Quila Podcast, and it's been a minute. Listen, I just spent the last 5 hours trying to configure this interface, and it's a lot of do-it-yourself. So we're not there yet, but it definitely is on the way. You know, we're making some progress. I feel like by tonight it'll be finished. And tonight I'm actually gonna check out this Sip and Spin downtown. It's VCU homecoming week. So what better way to meet other designers, to meet other people, to network and have them on the podcast. Now I'm gonna elevate it up. You know, mental health is a big thing. Feeling like you're not enough is another big thing. And it gets to me, you know, like life gets to me. We're gonna unravel a lot. I know I've been away for a bit. To really just set up the cameras, set up the light ring. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of new lights around me right now, you know? So bear with me. And this is a journey we on embarking together. I couldn't do this without y'all. Y'all know that. So make sure y'all shop with me. QuilaLifestyle.com. That's www.QuilaLifestyle.com. We got new merch. We got the Run Your City, Not Your Lips collection. You know? So we got some things in tune. I know you looking at me and you're like, yo, where you been, man? You been on an adventure or something? We see you with the hat. We see you with the, you know what I mean? We gonna get into that. Because it's a lot to debrief y'all on. Let me first shout out our sponsor for today's video. Today's sponsored by none other than Legacy Bistro. So shout out to my guys Ray and them. Soul food, phenomenal. Mac and cheese, steak and cheese, chicken wings, seafood. I mean, hey, if you don't believe me, make sure you head down to 1717 Bellevue Avenue, where you're gonna find the best of the best, you know, and it's an experience each and every time that I go there. And that's how I met my people over there, and you know, we locked in ever since. But it's food, it's experience, and the convenience. You know, when it's always good when, you know, when they got the food out the tray, like the plastic foam joints, phenomenal, sensational. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you check out Legacy Bistro, 1717 Bellevue Avenue, and they sponsor today's video because when you're making progress, it's gonna be a lot of people who just doubt and who just turn their nose, you know. But then when you show them and they in disbelief and they come back because they see the sensation that's coming around, oh yeah, you're doing your job right? And you're doing well. Now, it's with heavy heart that I had to say that my uncle passed away Valentine's Day, right? Jokester of the family. So it's only right. He left us in heartache, right? In Will fashion. You know what I'm saying? So shout out my Theo Will. Rest in peace. Love you. You know, I'm proud of the man who you were. From all your resilience, all the tribulations. You know, he had diabetes, dialysis. They even removed his legs. And even through all the pain, he still had a reason to be optimistic through it all. You know, and because deep, yeah, he was like the heart and soul of the family gatherings. You know, we would always get together. So you just never know when it's someone's last moments. I mean, we knew it was coming, but it's like you don't want to accept it, even when you could see it slowly progressing. But with that being said, you know, like, I've been going through it. And then the fact of not coming to the studio, and you can see it right now, actually, I positioned it the other way, because right now we're in like a whole progress of just rebuilding and renovations and everything right now. Definitely we're going to have interviews, and sometimes it's going to be me interviewing people. You're going to see different entrepreneurs, different people of different calibers from different walks of life, and we're just going to be interviewing their journey because they people that the world should know about too. And they mostly behind scenes, mainly the behind scenes, but now I want to give them the flowers as well. If you're interested in being a sponsor or guest on the show, definitely reach out to me. Email down in the description. All the information that you need. I'll make sure everything's regulated and that you get your dues done, you know. Because when you're with the show, you're going to get people talking about you. You're going to have people intrigued. You're going to have people reaching out. Why? Because the show matters, because it's a community. And I couldn't do this without the quality, unique individuals leading America out there. Huh? Tu sabe, ay? So, mental health. Feeling like we're not enough, right? Feeling like, damn, like, well, why, if everyone else got their thing going on, why I'm going to keep on going? Why am I going to keep on striving to be the best, right? Or just keep on striving when you feel like you're getting bits and crumbs and you getting maybe like 5 views. Remember, them things add up. Those people are a community. One person, like, let's say, if only one person was watching this, guess what? They reposting, they sharing, they talking about it, and they reaching back out. I don't want to put anything out until it's perfect, until I get highest production, highest X, Y, and Z. Remember, people come when they gravitate towards something to be pulled towards, right? You gotta have that. Being you creating the content and knowing exactly what you want. Being a visionary, it comes with the imperfections, and it comes with being over criticism of yourself. But sometimes when you're at your worst, that can be your best. It's all perspective on how you look at things and how optimistic you are, right? So, shout out my Uncle Will for that, you know what I'm saying? So, teaching me beyond the grave of things to be grateful for. I'll tell you a story. So, for me, I just sometimes I feel like I'm not going to my max, or things get me down too. And I don't try to focus. I don't dwell on the negativity. But sometimes we all have our moments, right? We're human. So when I be feeling it, you know, I'm just be like, damn, like, why I do this? Why I do that? Why is anything that I'm doing gonna matter if we're just gonna, you know, like if it's billion people in the world? You just never know who you impacting and who you're influencing. So for me, I was feeling some type of way like the day before, and the next day, like, I don't know, like, I ain't gonna lie, this big ass ring camera is crazy. All this light shit is crazy right now. I might have to switch this next time and put it on the side, and maybe this softbox in front of me, because this shit is crazy, bro. It's a big ass ring, bro. Every time I blink, that shit is just all in my face. I'm getting new. I'm new to all this shit, so it ain't now. It's just something new. Sometimes it gets to me. I'm not where I want to be because I'm not putting the necessary work to be where I need to be, right? It's just sometimes you can have a business, but are you in the business of your business? You know, are you taking care of the necessary precaution to handle things that need to be done? If you can't delegate it, then it all falls on you. You the head honcho, you the boss, right? So you also the visionary of what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. You need to put those systems in place. And at times it could be difficult to execute because, you know, we everywhere with it, and then we overthinkers. So shit can get critical, you know, in the wildest ways. I was dealing with something for a brief moment in time. I would say 2 weeks ago. And the next day, when I'm out and about, little kid, one of my close friends, his little sister, you know, they came up with the family, whatever. They were like, hey, how was your day? I'm like, how was my day? What you worry about my day for? And I disregarded it because I forgot who it was. And then the older sister was like, oh yeah, I'm the sister of so-and-so. And then they kept asking me again. Long story short, short story long. It was just the fact that she was like, yeah, when I grow up, I want to be like you. I'm like, be like me? Why you want to be like me? You know, she had a funny remark. And I was like, I appreciate it, you know. She was like, yeah, because, you know, you're just always positive, and the way you influence, like, I forgot what the little kid said. She was like, she had to be like 10 years old. She was like, because you're a positive role model. Something to the lines of that, right? Being a positive role model out here. I want to grow up and be like you. Because it sounds like you just have fun and you're social in the way you are and the way, yeah, you know, how I am. Kids see that, you know, they see the worst in you and they see the best in you, and they're always going to call your bluff on it. They're always going to be blunt and direct with it. So that's why I can appreciate the youth. You know, the youth is the next generation. The youth means a lot. Without them, we couldn't get certain things done. The youth is why I'm even doing this podcast. You know, I want them to know everything that all the mess ups I did, all the fuck ups I did, I would want them to know sooner than later, you know? So, I want them to know sooner than later for sure. Now, going forward with that, sometimes you never know where the encouragement is going to come from in day-to-day life, but the universe is going to give it back to you. God's going to let you know through different instances, and it's on for you to pick that up, whether it's through dreams, people call it visions, people call it epiphanies, people call it clarity, however you feel. I don't feel like there's no such thing as coincidences, irony. Like, nah, everything happens at the necessary time when it's supposed to happen. You got fired from a job, it was supposed to happen. You were supposed to lose that job, you know, in order for you to grow and do the next thing in your life. Some things are gonna happen and require that sacrifice in order for you to grow. You can't do that by being in the same place that's holding you down. Sometimes you can feel like it's hostage too. And then you're like, damn, man, I gotta pay bills, but I wanna do something different. I gotta do X, Y, and Z. Don't sleep on yourself. Everyone has the same capabilities in the same 24 hours to accomplish anything they want in life. You can do the same thing too. You just gotta really hone in on what you wanna master. Take that craft, study, practice, you know what I mean? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, shoot in the gym. Show proof, and you only show that by showing the 1,000 times you missed. And then they like, damn, how you become a pro? Because you was there, start to finish. But you really gotta just believe that you could do it. It's all just a mental mindset. Now, with a mental clarity came as this for me. Like, damn, like, you never know who's being inspired by you. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching the little small details. And that goes a long way for me, you know? So sometimes that's what I need to reignite myself. Shout out my guy, Angelo Jensen out in Texas, man. You know, he be watching the podcast heavy, you know? And it's mad other people too in the community that I didn't even know that was watching the show. I gotta thank y'all for y'all support. Really dropped a lot on me, and I was like, damn, like, I ain't realize it was, you know, impacting to that effect where y'all be resonating to the point where, you know, now y'all, you know, see me in the street, you see me wherever you go, I eat, you know, and you support down in the comments, AHI-I. That's love. I feel that, and I appreciate that. Now, the reason I'm wearing this suit today, right, is in honor of my passing uncle. And it took a lot for me, for my mentals to get straight, because, you know, this is like I said, the heart of the family. So it really took a toll on me these last 2 weeks of just everything going on, you know, from the decline to him passing to life going on. And I was at a networking event last night, and how we're eating steak, chicken sandwiches, the drinks, everyone talking, beautiful women, all this going on. And it was for a national sales networking event, so something to that atmosphere, right? Basically sales. I'm in sales 24/7. People gravitate towards me because the way my posture is, the way I carry myself, the way I conduct myself in conversations. You gotta be a liaison, right? You gotta be a chameleon when you're talking to different people. Like a transformer, they just don't know. You there, bam, and you become what they need out of necessity, conveniency, and they get a purchase from you, right? So I understand people. I'm a people's person, right? People relations, media mastery, all that good stuff, right? But, and just like that, I forgot what I was talking about. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be everywhere with it. But yeah, being a people person, that's what I excel at. So that's why I go in and I talk to different people. And people are like, damn, like, yo, that hat is different. That cowboy, the swag, the raw scarf you see. I wore it with a long trench coat yesterday. The black joint with the shoulders. Yeah. You know, on some boss shit, on some fly shit. This is from my uncle, you know, he was a big pot smoker. Before the medical marijuana, hey, he was smoking blunts back to back, and then he was doing it with the family and all that, right? So, yeah, you know, represent. come in here and we smoke them. That's what we do. We loud. And everything's a statement. Whenever you go into a room, pause for like 5 to 10 seconds. Look around. They did this even back in the days. I'm talking like Cleopatra. This is how she wasn't the best looking, as they say in history texts, right? She wasn't the most beautiful, but what she did was wear a certain cologne, perfume, the way she paused, the way she would command attention. Remember, attention is currency, especially in this day and age, right? So imagine you wearing jewelry, it's making noise, you got your chains, or go subtle, go with one watch and a signet ring. And for those who don't know what a signet ring is, I was talking to my dad the other day about it. A signet ring is what they used to wear when you was of royalty, nobles, you know, in the hierarchy of life. You was at the top of the top. It meant tradition, what your values was, what you carry on, what you stand for, you know. And I'm actually getting one made right now. You can actually use it as a seal for stamps too. That's gonna be crazy. I'm actually making custom belts as well too. So if you're interested in that, like I said, check out the website, www.QuilaLifestyle.com. That's Q.U.I.L.A. Lifestyle, LIFESTYLE.com. Make sure you check it out. We're going up this year. I haven't forgot about the tracksuits either. If you've seen the banner on the Quila Podcast, it's the blue and white tracksuits. I'm about to have them in black and white. I'm going to start production sometime next month, so hopefully they can be ready by May or June. And I'm only going to have a limit of 10 of them. So the first 10, gone. I might do pre-orders for that. If y'all really want to do that, comment down below and I'll do some pre-orders. Regardless, yeah, that's it. First come, first serve. And then I'll do some trade expos, you know, pop-up vendors. I do want to try, because I'm in the city of Richmond, Virginia, I do want to try, I think it's RVA Meat Swap. Or Meat Swap RVA. Regardless, I want to try that joint. I haven't been there yet. I want to do more pop-up vendors, because I've already been in fashion shows. I've already been in different events. My character of who I am, who I know to be, is when you meet me, it's going to be an experience. You're going to have a great time over here, you know? When they understand that and they're like, yo, I can see myself in you, then yeah, that's when they shop with me. I'm never just selling just to sell whatever, like put something on a shirt and sell it. Nah, it's the community that we represent. Resilience, adaptability, the 3-bridge philosophy. If it wasn't for my grandmother coming here from Salvador the way she did and swim across the border, I wouldn't be here looking and talking the way I am too. And it goes deeper than that, right? If you're a quality, unique individual leading America, you're going to resonate with that. You're going to jumpstart it and you're going to execute. So last night at the networking event, I had some amazing speakers. It was like one of them things as if you was buying from mentorship, right? You know how people online, they're like, yo, buy my mentorship, my course. You might spend, I don't know, a couple thousand, a couple hundred on it. And they'll either tell you a lot of things you didn't know about, or they'll simplify it for you and it really be like, yo, I bought it for like 3,000 and they gave me 20 minutes worth of game. But at 20 minutes now works over your whole lifespan, and you can use it however you want in different fields and aspects of your life. That's how I look at things like this. So, I mean, thank God I'm part of this social group, this social club. And I make sure to invest in one. Why? Because of things like this. Complimentary programs, complimentary invites, complimentary just being in the mix with these business personnel. You need to surround yourself with people who are better than you, or else you're going to be the smartest one in the room. Nah, if you're the smartest one in the room, you really dumb for that. You can't stop learning. You got to keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. It don't matter how much success, how much money, how much whatever you have. The moment you start thinking you know it all, that's your downfall. That's when it begins. So I'm constantly sharpening my blade, because at a moment's notice, bah, use that to your advantage. So you just never know what conversation is going to come up in, or maybe someone socially, businessy, or romantic, You just don't know. It can come up in any shape or form. But I digress. Mindsets, you know, that's the number one thing. So the network you can join, it's a lot of people who will follow you on your social media, on your LinkedIn, and they'll see your resume. And they might not follow up with you. It's not their job to. Y'all did what y'all did, and if you want to continue that relationship, then follow up. Don't forget to follow up with leads. Because the same thing in the e-commerce world or in any business, it's easier to have a returning client than it is to get a new one. So follow up with them. See how you can best benefit them. And the more you serve others, it will come back to you tenfold. Always remember that. But yeah, the mental health is a real thing. You know, gotta do self-care, do checkups on yourself, take yourself out, go solo. A lot of people, they've been needing people to go with them or +1, go solo. And test your own conversation skills, test your own social self. Or just go solo to a museum with some wine. And if you don't drink, just go to the museum, get some new creativity. You know, go to an escape room. I don't know, try something different. I want to try pottery classes. Get the creativity going, like the architects did back in the 15th century with Giorgio Vasari. Actually, I'm reading about Giorgio Vasari right now. The book and life of the architects, the sculptors, the painters back in his time period. You know, without him, we wouldn't have the word museum. And without him as well, too, it was like the modern day TMZ. And he went around all over Florence and the region, Italy. And who was back there? They had Giotto and they had Michelangelo. And they had so many different people back in the days. Because to be remembered back then, you needed to be made into like a sculpture, you know, or a statue, so people can remember you throughout the ages. Because mind you, there's so many talent that wasn't recorded, but he was the first person to go and record everyone who wanted to be immortalized, right? To be remembered throughout history. So that's why I named my videography page Vasari Visions, because now I'm doing the same thing for other artists right now. Comes to my next point, the VA Elite Cypher. We actually shooting the music video for it March 8th. I'll be directing it with a co-director. Shout out my guy Mac Bees. He's actually gonna be in the song as well. I'm on the song. It's a whole cypher mix with the hottest around Virginia. So from the East End, West End, North Side, South Side, and a few others, right? We got people from Fredericksburg. Shout out my guy Mussolini. Shout out Young Combo. Holding it down. Shout out Unique Hustle Hard. I just went to an adult prom. I missed my prom. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I missed my prom and I went to an adult prom. It was her joint actually, the Hustle Hard prom. Fire. Let me just tell you, I had some white Dior's on. White Dior reflective joints with a blue suede on and a white satin button up. Yeah. Probably like a one black love on some Michael Jackson shit with the ring standing out, you know, my line ring or some shit. Probably had a signal ring, to be honest, because less is less and more is more. Rest in peace, Iris Alpha, for that one, you know. And if you don't know who she is, she's actually an American interior designer. She was she got popular, famous around her 80s, and you know, she did a thing, and she was like, less is less and more is more. Yeah. She would wear these big African jewelry and whatever she wanted to wear. Sometimes she outdid herself, and other days she kept it simple. And last night too, after I was leaving the function, I had this green ticket for a drink. I was talking to people all night. Oop-de-wah, I went to go in the back, get a drink. They finished, they packed up. I'm like, damn, all right, cool. Well, you know, I'm a member here. It's not like I have to only stay here. I talked to the people I wanted to talk to. There was a pastor too there. I ain't trying to get too sidetracked, but he was one of the people, the panelists, right? Because everyone was in pharmacy, medical, a CEO of some kind of business. They were all talking, right? And he was like, yeah, he's a pastor of the church. Every time I was nodding off, you know, I'm getting tired and shit. The authority he had, as far as when he projected his voice, woke me up every time and kept me focused. You know, like I'll be like, yo, I'm dialed in, I'm paying attention. you got to make sure you talking with authority out here. Right now, I don't have the microphone, not even, it's not connected to the interface just yet. But when it is, I want that top-notch quality so y'all can hear me on a crisp note. And everyone swear I should be for the radio. And I probably should. Who knows? Maybe we're going to start our own online radio joint. That'd be a good-ass idea, actually. Yeah, that should be cool. Online radio joint. Streaming or something. Who knows? It's just ideas. But I am a master creator. So, yeah, I do that. So when I was talking to him, right, afterwards, I gave him his props and the flowers. And I said, yo, because of you, you know, I learned some things that I didn't know before, or things I already knew, but the way that you said it and your perspective, I loved it, right? Yo, tell me how I ended up going from a regular handshake to dap me up and everything, you know what I mean? Coming and getting love at the end. I'm like, yo, pass the real with it, you know? So it's that kind of energy. I just bring it out of people at times. I won't even try, and I just be like, yo, I loved it, you know? I love learning, and I learn from different people's walks of life, no matter their ethnicity, because at the end of the day, we all have to sacrifice something to make that next step possible. You gotta shed the old self like some snakeskin, and you gotta become something different. And it might feel uncomfortable, or it might feel impossible. You gotta remember, there's a bigger mission at hand. You're the chosen one out here. Without you, it won't work. Without you, your vision won't be executed the way you see it fit. And people be behind you because they see everything that you're doing to go towards that vision. So, and if you don't got nobody supporting you, you got my support. Well, too. Now, I went upstairs. Let me tell you how this shit happened, right? I go upstairs, I get a drink. I said, hey, I know majority of the staff there, right? I'm cool with them and shit. Chopping it up, and to my, you know what I'm saying? And to my surprise, this joint came up. Chocolate, curvy, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, feminine. I like this one. So she came up right next to me, you know. Women know what they're doing. At a bar, women see men before men see them. You know what I mean? Because they just so in tune with everything, right? So, and with this hat, how you gonna miss me? I ain't gonna lie, how you gonna miss me? Everyone up in suits, me, I go comfortable, right? I was in a suit and with a hat. That's what I do, you know? So, you gonna notice me one way or another. And it's not really because I'm like, yo, look at me. I'm also because I'm in my zone. This is who I am. I'm the arbiter. I'm the arbiter of sense. I'm the arbiter of fashion. I'm the arbiter of entertainment, creativity. Right? So, shorty peeped me. And I'm like, yo, have we met before? She looked mad familiar. Because I be talking to a lot of people. So, I be feeling kind of bad at times. Listen, if you see me out here and you're like, yo, Don, how you been? Yo, where you been? Listen, if I look at you a little crazy, or take me a second, just know it be a lot of faces coming and going. It's nothing personal. You know it's always love. But sometimes I gotta hit them with a, hey, what's up, fam? Da 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 da. Keep it going. They feel, you know, hey, fuck it. It is what it is. I be doing that. I be pulling that cross. But sometimes I'll be like, how we know each other again? Nah, yo, remind me, refresh my memory. Right? She's like, nah. But when you done talking, come meet me over here. You know, make your way around the corner type shit. Check me out. I was like, oh, word? All right, cool. I didn't know she had a country accent. I was like from New York or some shit. I'm like, fuck it, all right. But I don't go rushing over because, oh, shit, like, yeah, little badge, let me go. Nah, I took my time. Talking to the bartender, you know what I mean? I know her, talking about her nonprofit for cats. Shout out, Mallory, you know what I'm saying? And we talking about things. And then after like 10, 15 minutes, I go around the corner and she's at a table with her people. So we chopping it up, and the people like, yo, we seen the hat as soon as you peeped in. As soon as you walked in, we eyed the hat, you know, and they were like, yo, you doing it. I don't know if I can have confidence like you. And I'm like, it's really about how you feel. Leather joint, if I can find it. Actually, my phone's recording, so I can't. But it's this leather joint, like, I forgot what they call it, like one of them scarves or whatever, or hats. I don't know. This joint look like a teepee or some shit, like a triangle. You could put it on your head, or you could like wrap it around. I don't know what they call it. But, yeah, that joint was fire. You know, so I'm just like, it's all about confidence, how you rock it. You know, people gonna love it because of your energy on how you carry yourself. And because I'm sure of myself, I don't need people. Shit, I play pool solo. I gotta whip my people's ass. If I don't do it, the next motherfucker gonna do it, right? And I'm talking about like playing the game, winning and shit. Like, yeah, I be competitive for good sport. And then at times I be teaching other people, because the better I get, now people be seeing me as a pro or whatnot. Really, it's just because I don't care. I'm good in my own space solo. I'm good with or without. So now I'm teaching Shorty how to play, right? And I was like, all right, cool, I'll be over there. I'm setting everything. She come over. Now we shooting. She's horrible at pool. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was laughing. That shit was hilarious. But, you know, it's adorable type shit. I was like, damn, look at this shorty. She can't shoot for her shit, bro. Like, I'm telling you, listen, go to the bat, hold it, aim it, you know what I mean? Like, shoot with some force, but you gotta control that joint. And I make sure it got some lube on it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Make it slip and slide type shit. Ain't listening, man. She over here, clah, this shit going up. This shit going left, right. I'm like, oh, God, this shorty gonna poke someone's eye. It was crazy. Start chopping it up, though. And she was like, yeah, so-and-so, he said I can have a drink or whatever. She told the bartender, right? In my head, I'm like, I know this motherfucker didn't just tell. Like, I was gonna get her some drink, right? So I'm like, and I put her on blast spot. I was like, listen, you telling him to get you a drink, whatever, we just met, right? I was like, you gonna have to work. You gonna have to earn it, right? So she tried to stop playing pool. I'm like, nah, keep on. Because I tell him right now. Don't get that drink. She don't deserve it. So I'm like, you want to earn it? Go ahead. Play pool right. Learn. Like, you ain't going to just get a free drink off me. Now, granted, I was like, it was like a little quick speed date at that point. So I'm like, yo, fuck it. All right. But even then, I was like, all right, cool. She enjoyed herself. She did what she did. Slid the number. Cool. We're going to see what it's hitting for next week, right? But even in that, because I'm about to leave and do my own thing, she's still lingering around. She still want to talk. She want to do X, Y, and Z. And you can always notice who's actually got the interest in you, or just going to use it for some quick shit and out, right? But she was like, oh, she a member too. And I'm like, oh, word? Okay, that's cool, right? Body posture towards me, the feet planted towards me, leaning in, right? So they engage. And of course, you got to do the banter shit. I ain't just gonna do some quick, easy shit. Nah. Like, I'm gonna just tell you how it is. Like, I'm really like, but she cutthroat with it. You know, shout out to Southside, because they stay blessing me. I ain't gonna say it. Stay blessing your boy, right? And yeah. So things added up, things connected. Cool. Click. So I go downstairs, right? I chop it up with some more networking people. And then by the time I'm leaving out, because I leave on my own time, right? I don't need you. Like, if you want to chill around me, you can, right? Like we toast. She's over here trying to make a toast to, I don't even know what. But I'm like, listen, shorty, like, it was a good time. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy myself. You happen to be around. Cool. Enjoy each other for the time it's worth. And then if I see you, I see you. And if not, not. And we're going to kick it next week. You got my number. Whoop-de-wop, cool, I'm out. Because too many people be playing games out here, and they be older than me too, playing games out here. And this is not her, I'm talking about other situations. And they be older than me on this bullshit because of past trauma, whatever they're going through, or feeling like not accepting reality on all the justifications on why they shouldn't have what they think could be possible, but they don't want to accept reality. When someone comes into life, right, and I give them a good experience, a great experience, right? And I exceed expectations, and I can handle that bullshit drama like every woman. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, women, I love you. Chef's kiss, but y'all are crazy shit. Y'all make sense when y'all want to make sense, but 80% of that bullshit is retarded. I just say that, right? It's just ta. But I be seeing y'all emotions, and I be seeing how your bodies be reacting to me. So that shit be telling me the truth when y'all just be talking shit. So more on the store, right? You being yourself, people peeping it, people wishing they either had your confidence or they attracted to that. That's the aura. That's what I got. And mind you, I was insecure growing up, right? But the more compounds on the shit that you do, your skills, your criteria, it all adds up. And none of that matters. It's about what you think about yourself, what you believe to know is true about yourself. I got a song called Soy Lo Que Soy, Donde Quiera Estoy Es Mi Hábito. It's called Yo Soy, right? But that's the hook. And the hook saying, I am who I am wherever I go. Yo soy, I am, right? You gotta really believe it. You gotta believe you can. You gotta believe that you're worth it. You gotta believe you're someone of value and that it should be reciprocated back to you. Or if you're a queen, that, you know, if you want affection back, you're gonna give it, you should get it back. Sometimes you gotta definitely set the standard for sure, you know. You gotta go upper echelon, above. If it's bougie, it's bougie. If it's hood, it's hood. But respect is respect at the end of the day. Never let no one put their hands on you. It's crazy. And I know some people use that toxic love shit because that's all they know. And they feel like, yo, well, I wish I could get away, but they not allowing me to do. I can't help you, you know what I'm saying? But so much. You could what? Lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. So shit cuts deep at times, but it all goes back to mentality, you know? And survival as well, like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes the women, they don't pick the best. Survival mentality, right? Survival of the fittest. And things go south. So when it is time to, you know, and they meet someone of, you know, substance, they're like, damn, this person can be calm and patient throughout the chaos that I have. How are they supposed to maneuver that when all they know is chaos? So of course they're gonna be play games, hot and cold, all this shit. Don't take none of it. Don't take none of it personal. It's not on you. It's on them. And if they keep on going playing games, you move. You good with or without. Don't forget that. Cause at the end of the day gotta end. Real shit. The end of the day gotta end, bro. You can't be mad at it. You gotta keep on moving. Have your purpose. Stay on your mission. Stay vigilant out here. You know, stay prayed up. Stay dangerous. Because times are tough and they look to you for guidance or leadership. You're gonna fold under pressure. That's when diamonds are made. Aye. So like I said, VA Elite Cypher coming soon. Lo mejor de los mejores. The best of the best. The finest of the finest in Virginia. VA Elite. Directed and organized by yours truly. This ain't no game out here. Bro, we either here to win, you either be a bum, or you be successful. Who do you want to be in this life? Now think about your highest version. What does that look like? What do they do that you're doing right now that you know they wouldn't be doing? Become that, bro. In order to become, you just gotta be it. So that's it for today's message, man. I gotta get ready for this. I gotta get ready for this event tonight. My cousin out in Richmond. Shout out my guy Francis. I gotta go see that boy, man. Life gets crazy. Life gets tough. But at the end of it, have a story to tell. That resilience is gonna get you through everything. And even when you don't feel like doing it, just do it. Yeah. That's what my uncle would have taught. That's a lesson from my uncle, what I got from his death. When I saw the burial, surreal. When I felt the hand, cold. But I'm proud of him. Over, what is it? A sense of proudness. A sense of proud of you. He did it to the end. We gotta keep on doing this shit how we gotta do it to the end. Don't give up. There's a lot of life still left. And even when everything hushes down, the women, the clubs, all that shit's gonna still be open out here. It's all gonna be out here. There's a new girl turning 18 every day. The reality is someone dying every day. The reality. And as we was exiting out the parking lot of the grave site, another family coming in. It hit me like, damn, it's a clockwork to these people, you know? So, I ain't gonna let what my uncle passed on just go in vain. make something of myself, keep on going harder, keep on being the representative of the family, for the Key for Me empire, going hard. He believed in this too. He was my #1 supporter too. Wore the hoodies and everything back in the day. That's pretty much it, man. Looking forward to more podcast episodes. Make sure you tune in. Tap the subscribe button. Share, repost, like, comment. If y'all want to hear different topics, I mean, I got a whole load. I got a whole page load. It's time for me to go get serious. I can get the mic set up, new camera set up, or I just keep on going off the video camera on the phone. You know, because like I said, sometimes we see cinematic everything, but I'm like, fuck it, raw and uncut is good too. 5 illegal. Yeah. It's your guy. The VA Elite Cypher coming out soon. Gonna drop it sometime in May. Either May or I'm gonna drop the VA Elite Cypher music video sometime in May or June. So get ready. Gonna be crazy. Shooting it in Richmond. Yeah. Who else gonna do it? Who else is gonna put on for the city? I put on for my city. On for my city. On. Yeah. Put on for my city. That note concludes today's business. Aye. See y'all soon.